Hello, my stamping friends. This is Renee Novak at blessedbycards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm here today to share with you another Make It Monday tutorial. Today I'm going to share with you 3 cards in our Part 2 series. I have a bunch of masking techniques that I would like to share with you. So I taught a class on Friday, and although this is one of the cards that we did, it's the basic masking technique that you probably are already aware of, where you stamp an image and then you want something to peek out behind it, or you have a bunch of penguins or cats or whatever you want, and you want to layer them behind each other. So this first masking technique is pretty basic, and you need to stamp the first image that you want in your forefront. So I wanted my Cajun Craze pot to be in the front, and so I stamped that first, and then I stamped it on a masking paper and cut it out. And you want to be sure to trim as close to you as you can to the design, and then you put it on top, and then you go ahead and stamp your other images. So I did stamp the pot and the leaves first, and then I masked everything and then stamped the other ones. So you'll need a mask for one of the leaves and all 3 of the pots, because once you stamp the image, you're going to want to stamp the leaves again, but you can transfer that masking paper. If you want to make 3 masks for all the leaves, you can, but it's not necessary. I did take some colored pencils and the blender pen to create a kind of bottom table for the pots to sit on. So that was card number 1. Now all the supplies and all the measurements will be available on my blog at blessedbycards.com. So our second card today is just the tearing technique of the actual stamping paper. Now it's the masking paper that sticks down. It's adhesive on this bottom side, or you could do like an artist's paint. You could really use painter's tape with this, but the masking tape you can cut thicker than the painter's tape. And I just tore it, and then I ended up doing 3 colors. So I had 3 masks. Where you see the white is where the masks were. And then I took the blending brushes and I did Daffodil Delight, Pretty Pink, Coastal Cabana, and Lost Lagoon. And I just used the Stampin' brushes to apply the color, and then I gently peeled off of the masking tape to reveal the white, and then I stamped in Memento Black, the image from Gallery Blooms. And Our Happy Birthday is from The Right Words, and I did pop that up on Stampin' Dimensionals. So that's card number 2. Technique number 3 is actually, you don't need masking paper. You can just tear a piece of cardstock. So what I did was I took a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of regular cardstock, and I just ripped it down the center going portrait. And then I applied my mask on this side of my paper, and I did my blending with crumb cake and petal pink ink on this side to get that look. And when you remove the mask, you have the white. So I left the mask in place. I did the blending of the brushes of the colors, and then I stamped my images, and I used This is Charming Day. And then I stamped and colored a cutout image of Charming Day and put it here. And then, of course, my thanks is from Simply Said, and I added a little bit of bling. And that is Petal Pink and Crumb Cake. And that, my friends, is card number 3. So that is more of the tearing technique. You can tear with paper, you can tear with masking tape, or you can just do your basic masking to put things behind or in front of each other. So that is our part 1. Join me on Wednesday for part 2 for some more masking techniques. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hop on over to my blog and download your free project sheet. And until next time, be blessed.